Welcome back. WeArEuS, and finally, at least for you, this is Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Now, to get this out of the way quickly, you are correct. There were 2 days in which this game has not been uploaded. That's sort of been beyond my ability to do anything about. Because usually what happens is, well, I don't know where I was trying to go with that. Let me just get it out of the way now. I think it was Thursday that there wasn't a Pathfinder video. That's because the internet went out. That's great, huh? And then Friday's video was all set to be edited, had been recorded and everything. Even the video before that is supposed to be uploaded before that, I had both of them set and ready to be edited. And then I realized I hadn't been recording my microphone audio. And in both games, there's a lot of me just standing around talking and then doing something. So it's really awkward. And there's just nothing I could do about that. I could have sworn I had turned on the microphone. There was no reason for it to have ever gone off. Like, I remember turning it on, so I don't know what happened in between turning it on and actually starting to record. Regardless, you'll notice that we are far, far from where we left off in the last episode you guys saw. This is Svendak. She's dead. This room used to be full of tick swarms. They're dead too. This went quickly, as a matter of fact. I still have the raws from the recording I did yesterday. Well, yes, that would have been yesterday for me. So I still have the raws from the recordings from yesterday. Well, recording. I guess that's fine. Anyway, we took care of a lot of business, though. Let's see. I just remembered I can't zoom in on the map. Anyway. I think we were like somewhere in this area. Regardless, I've solved 2 puzzles, or 2 of the switch puzzles. Got absolutely nothing out of them, but I did them just to have them done. I hate missing loot. I went all the way out here. Apparently, it was an undead worm. The first time he got me good. just 3 of my people. It was Ember, Morrow, and Regil. Ember, liked it least of all, died first. But we ultimately, using Darren's ability to heal the undead worm, which failed a few times because he doesn't, have spell penetration like Ember and Morrow. Regardless, it ultimately went in my favor. It was destined to, since I just kept summoning treants. I redid the fight, however, came back, kept Ember and Morrow far away, and they just roasted the guy alive. Quite literally, using fire spells. It went very quickly. It was embarrassingly simple. Is there anything else? Right, there's this area here that says something about there being some unseen presence or something. Like I was saying, like I said in the previous video, if there hadn't been anything, if I hadn't gone online to look at to see what hints went with what puzzles, I'd never have known that I'm supposed to go back to that point after I've cleared the ineluctable prison. So I need to continue reminding myself that we need to do what is up with his stats. But let's go for Crushing Despair. Yes. Right. Out of this fight with Svendak, we only got one thing of actual value, and that is being worn by Reginald. The Warden's Circlet. It doesn't really do much for him. He preferred, strength and dex, but this is pretty good too. It allows him to summon Demodan Destroyers. I also gave him the Book of Dreams, which I have looked into thoroughly, and it is an overwhelming consensus that item is either bugged or abandoned. The frick is fortification? Oh, nice. Wait, doesn't Regil have something that guarantees crits as well? Hold on. This? Yeah, that's it. So I now don't need to use Bless on Regil. Just on her and Lan. I'm still not entirely sure if Bless's ability to force critical checks to succeed doesn't work on spells. I'm pretty sure, hold on, we did get another weapon too for her, didn't we? I guess I was looking at it as a possible weapon for her. Right, the giant worm hardly had anything of value, but I like the fact that it's dead. It did drop a greater kinetic diadem, but I don't have anyone that can use that. At least this time around. So, the boulders deal 27 bludgeoning damage. I can't reduce that. Except through... I don't remember what the spell is called. There it is. Stone Skin. I would need to give everyone Stone Skin. How would I do that? Well, pretty sure Darren can just keep them all healed up. It's the only path we have left to actually explore. So one of the puzzles I was oh, that's a dead end. One of the puzzles I was trying to explore. Oh, there's a perception check.
Should we proceed?
Seela, please. You. Does that stop the boulders, please? There should be one by now. Sounds like we're safe then. You'll probably also notice that Morrow is no longer riding Ivu. That's because it was just such an inconvenience to have him on the front line. It was pretty good if I wanted to use the what's its face spell, but that spell isn't particularly valuable or even useful, I should say. Okay, I can see these two are grinding on each other. I am not the kind of person who would interrupt that sort of fun. Why are you like this? We still do have to rest. Oh, right. We finally got the Dawn Kiss blade. I need to actually take that back and have the ghost lady deal with that. The blade is useless as it stands, but hopefully she can make it useful. Critty crit crit. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll probably have everyone rest once they actually get there. Oh no.
Retreat is not an option.
It just walks up and crits him casually. Oh. You have to love it. Okay. Wait, what is Regil currently using anyway? He's supposed to be using the Wrecking Devil. Yeah. And it's axiomatic, so the bonus damage is always applied. Critty crit crit. Crit crit crit. Crit crit critty. Oh, let's also get rid of this while we're at it. Mr. Ed just spun around and kicked it, as horses do. Okay. Now, where was the cell? No, I can actually find it from sound alone. It's not here, because that goes outside. Where am I sending them? Oh, that's that path that we can't actually travel. I typically never abandon loot. Why were those left there? There it is. Oh, boy. At the very least, I'm hoping this weapon becomes something of interest to me. Is this the sword you were talking about? Cecily extends her trembling hand toward the blade. Vile monsters. The once blessed blade. What have they turned it into? Will you let me be the spark that will drive away the evil that has tainted it? Ooh, that's interesting. It's not particularly useful as it stands, as I've said for the third time now, but so I'm just going to let her purify the sword. With a sad smile, Cecily speaks in a surprisingly clear, pure voice. You are a true hero. May your bones not languish in this labyrinth and not join the myriad others. Okay. So let's see what it's become. This +5 scimitar deals an additional 2 to 12 holy damage on hit. Whenever the wielder confirms a crit, it grants them a +4 bonus on initiative rolls, as well as 1 extra attack with a maximum attack bonus for 1 round. Interesting. Sela, what do you think of this? Oh, that's unfortunate. So it is getting a temporary enhancement, I think, from greater magic weapons, so there's that. Okay, let's have everyone rest. And I need to send them back to... Can't actually go past that area. Then I want to send them here to see what else is there. There's a reason we couldn't go any further, and I want to see what that reason is. We now have the Warden's keys, so there shouldn't be any place that's off limits to us now. Right, that's where we fought the thing. So again, I'm going to have everyone rest here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Who are you? You're no guard and you're no servant of Baphomet. I can't see you, but I can smell this is so. And I can smell you're strong. Very strong. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept my humble gift. Oh, make it good. Okay, this is a bad. Why, and then is she chaotic? Chaotic neutral. You've chosen to die today. Achievement complete. Oh yeah. This guy will be dead in a bit. Now with an armor class of 51, that's going to be a little tricky. Oh my god. What the? Huh? Oh, there it is. What the actual frick was that about? Okay, incredible dexterity, protection 5, regular old short sword, and Void's Kiss. Oh, gloves of Death Dealer. Whenever the wearer of these gloves makes a sneak attack, it deals an additional 1 to 6 damage. I mean, it's not bad, and it will probably do more for me in the long run as far as enhancing the damage of his sneak attacks, but there are certain enemies that sneak attacks don't work on, as well as certain enemies that piercing damage doesn't work on, so in the end I probably profit more from this, right? Bracers of Abrupt Onslaught. These bracers grant the wearer a +5 competence bonus on trickery skill checks, and with that, whenever the wearer makes a sneak attack, it deals an additional 1 to 6 bludgeoning damage. We already have these. And I don't have anyone else that can do sneak attacks. If I just branched Regil off for 1 level into an assassin class, or sneak attack class I should say, he'd be really, really naughty. Right, so this is something we're probably going to give to Sela. Its damage is bad. It's necrotic nullifying. Whenever the wearer of this +5 necrotic nullifying short sword attacks a new enemy for the first time, the enemy must pass a will saving throw or become unable to cast spells for 2 rounds. Yeah, that was not going to help her in the slightest. 28 to 33, whereas this, yep, same damage. I mean, this thing's damage, it's a light weapon, a short sword, and its damage is on par with a one-handed scimitar. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I did want to check for armor for land. Well, that was a type of interesting, I suppose. Okay, so all the way down here, there's something else we haven't seen yet. So I'm going to send them there, and I'm going to see you guys once we arrive. What? Again with the Ashen Lady? So this is just going to be a thing from now on? What am I exactly supposed to do here? Your armor class is getting lower, lady. I wonder, if I had selected Queen Galfrey and then tried to move, would Queen Galfrey have taken the attack of opportunity rather than Darren? Great. That's not... What? there is no perception check there. Even if she can get through, she won't be able to pass the perception check. So, I need you. We'll have him do a solo heal on Ivu. Then this, and I forgot to add this to her as well. Okay. Maybe from here? Still nothing. Can't do that. Interesting. It has to be. Come on. Let's go. Okay, we'll send her this way once the next one comes by. Her athletics is not high enough for that. Okay. First. Yeah, she literally took 20 damage. I used heal on her. She should still have temporary health, and she doesn't. As proven by that and that. What is her athletics anyway? Only 12. But she's got 45 persuasion, 40 knowledge, and 39 perception. Okay. So there's no way to turn these things off. We just have to go. going to wait for the next one. See what this leads to first and foremost. I don't know about you guys, but I like stairs. Oh, this seems interesting. Sela, if you would please.
They are the darkness.
Labyrinth Dimodan Spearman. No one with ranged spells. Wait. I mean ranged attacks. I don't know what Pai Najai do, and I'm not looking to find out. Useful as always. Okay. Whose head gets to roll first? This is as good a place as any to start. Interesting. The Mythic Glabrezu Wrecker dealt damage to the Pai Najai Dreamslayer. Not entirely sure why. Well, I know it's because of its ability, Demonic Aura. But I'm not sure why that resulted in it dealing damage to one of its allies. Oh well, no looking a gift horse in the mouth. Good God, he is tanky. Regil, please. I don't really see a reason to do this. Oh, he's afraid. That's why he's running.
Out of my sight.
Hey, he did some damage. We appreciate that. Nuts. I was hoping to stop it from having a turn. Please, sir, can I have some movement? Fine. And couldn't even kill it. That guy's way too far.
Retreat is not an option.
Wow. Just sort of gived him off the edge. We appreciate that. So, okay, we need to move everyone. It's hard to touch anything here. Baphomet's unholy symbol is covered in the blood of the innocent who were sacrificed before it. I'm guessing this is the angel's heart. This amulet grants its wearer a 30-foot aura that can be activated, granting all allies a +1 bonus to armor class and allowing them to ignore any damage reduction on attacks against demons. Oh, that's actually huge, because some just have straight up damage reduction with no limit or no restrictions, no weaknesses. This aura can be active for 10 plus the wearer's charisma modifier rounds per day. Not as good. What's this? Grimoire of the Beast. You learned something new from this book. See? That's why I do it. Once in a place where you won't be... Hold on. Should you wish to be granted Baphomet's blessing, conduct this ritual that honors the deeds of the Lord of the Minotaurs. Interesting. Ivo, please. The books. Another one. Baphomet the Uncaged. Interesting. I don't know how that knowledge is going to come in handy, but handy come in it will. Okay. This is probably going to hurt these two a bit. Alright. We need to send them. That's the way we Okay, because there are stairs there. So if we send them all the way down here... Someone noticed a thing. The bed is covered with old moldy sheets that haven't been changed in a long time. The drooling Demidan stares at you dully. Alliteration much? There is a pit in the center of the floor. Center of the room, I should say. I already have that book, no need to take another one with me. On the basics of Sen magic. Nothing useful here. These scrolls look so old, they might crumble to dust at a single touch. Oh, there's another one of these, but we don't need to rest right now. Too bad I can't put markers on the map. Sela, why don't you talk to this guy? An unfinished golem with small gems installed in its eyes. It'd sure be great if we could take that ourselves. The bookshelf is full of rare arcane tomes, so ancient that even the dust that rests on them is priceless. Let's just quick save in case these two fall into the pit. This undead was dissected. Jeez, I thought it said desiccated. Weird. This undead was dissected with great skill and care. The pages of this book are hopelessly ruined. It is no longer possible to read it. However, the soothing aura around it persists despite Baphomet's minions' best efforts. Okay. Gosh. Alderpash. Yoink. Yeah, there's nothing else going on here, and it pretty much dead ends. I'm particularly interested in Alderpash, so we'll just keep yoinking what a phoenix feather. Cooking ingredient. Great. I guess we have to talk to this idiot now. Just in case. The room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. The words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to and why he hasn't shown up yet. Don't be shy, have a seat, eat to your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business standing up now, do you? And we do indeed have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and conqueror, the great titan of Bakrakan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand. Many millennia have passed, and all of them I've spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galarian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. Wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all beside the point. The guards tipped me off that you had barged into this prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you ever since. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again. About the time you took Dresden from the demons, or about the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. You feel the dead eyes fix their gaze on you. Let's see. You can't fool me. You're no human, you're a shapeshifter. And an odd one at that, not a fae, not some transmuter, but a fox in human form. What a fascinating creature. I've never even heard tell of anyone like you. Alright, so what sort of business do you have with me? Here's the thing. I've grown weary of sitting here and I can't escape. I've tried so many things, every trick in the book. Nothing. Baphomet placed enchantments on me that hold me in this cell and utterly refused to let me walk out the door. And anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against enemy sorcery. And here I am languishing here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape? I'd make it worth your while. What do you say? How exactly would you make it worth my while? I have something that could prove useful to you. See, back when I still lived, I was interested in a certain plane called Jandalay, a remarkable place, a chimera of sorts, the graveyard for dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of that plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wringing some of their knowledge from them before they perished. He traces an unfinished rune on the table with his finger. This part of the rune of Jandalay that offers protection from chaos, a substantial asset in the war with demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom and I'll teach you or your servants how to inscribe this rune. What do you have planned if you get out of here? Alderbash says in a nonchalant tone, well, first I'll get my kingdom back. I'll enslave the populace, conquer my neighbors, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation. Build myself an army by taking children from their mothers and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and lead a quiet existence without bothering anyone. Okay. Well then, how about you do me this favor? Kill Baphomet for me and kill him for good. This sorcery will go poof and I'll be free. He watches you closely, seemingly both with ridicule and a certain interest. Fine, that was a jest, my dear. As much as I wish to see the blasted goat bite the dust, we'll try another way for now. Something craftier and easier. I've heard they have a rather curious scroll in this maze's sanctum. The spell it holds will cancel out any magic around it, and its power is formidable. A handy little thing, wouldn't you say? The only problem is the scroll was written using a special Osirian cipher that hardly anyone is familiar with. It's a good thing I had a penchant for languages from a young age. Bring me this scroll and it might just break Baphomet's magic. Where am I supposed to look for this? One guard told me that the scroll is kept in one of the secret rooms of this prison. Unfortunately, the guard did not live long enough to tell me its exact location. Alderpash gives a shrug of disappointment. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to hard save here, and then I'm going to kill this guy. Just to see if I can. And once that's done, I'm going to see if he has anything useful on him. If not, I'll go and continue on with helping him as I promised. Why am I not going to record it, you ask? Well, the video is already at 50 minutes, and I don't want it to go on for too much longer. So, be just a little bit patient. I'll see you guys soon. And a good time was had by all. It was actually a pretty decent fight. We did lose Bismuth and Ivu, but I can do better next time. Also, just so we're clear, the Ashen Lady came back and summoned 3 shadows. Also, I could have sworn there was one of them here. And then we got an achievement for killing the Ashen Lady. Called Ashes to Ashes. Playing on core difficulty or above, find and defeat the Ashen Lady in the Ivory Labyrinth. Nice. So, we do need to heal these two. So our current objective is to head all the way back. I'd like to come over here. I'm not worried about that. Because it was Mr. Ed that needed to do it, not Sela. That's why it ended in tragedy every time. I still find it ridiculous that if you fail something like a puzzle or that, all of your allies take damage even though they're years away from wherever it is that the damage was triggered from. Oh, didn't see that before. Nice. Okay. Right. Before we go any further, I do need to remember to activate this. Okay. We've been down there. What we get out is here. Morrow died. Just wait for it. Wait for it to catch up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us for today. I literally had to pull these people over here one by one. That is not enjoyable in the least. Regardless, that's done at the very least, so we only have to do that 1 or 2 more times. Anyway. Maybe I could use the wand. No, I think I would need a... Anyway. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with another episode tomorrow. So, with all that said, we will see you next time.
You see?